Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my midnight broadcast. Today is Tuesday, the 21st day of May 2024. This is around 2 a.m. Nigerian time. What is going on with Nnamdi Kanu is no longer a trial. It is obvious that the Nigerian government are now playing politics with Nnamdi Kanu. It's obvious. Everybody knows what is actually going on. But the question is, what is the next thing? What are the Southeast supposed to do about the Nnamdi Kanu case? Because when it comes to Sunday Igboho's case, when the federal government were pursuing him up and down, I know what the Yoruba peoples, what they did, both the political solution and so on and so forth, that they make sure that everything comes to an end. Now, I used to tell people that even though you are agitating for your separatist movement, you want to leave Nigeria, we need a good government to do all these things. Tinubu is a serial, court order violator. The same thing with Tinubu, the same thing with Buhari. All this APC government, they don't obey court orders. They don't obey court orders in the sense that so many times I know that court has freed Nnamdi Kanu, but they won't allow Nnamdi Kanu to go. That is the problem. So they are playing politics with Nnamdi Kanu, with southeastern governors and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of things that are going on in Nigeria that I want us to discuss today. As usual, this is an interacting section. You can type your question and someone will answer you. Let us deliberate this matter once and for all. What is going on with the Nnamdi Kanu issue? This issue has gone to the Supreme Court of Nigeria, and the Supreme Court said that Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail, that Nnamdi Kanu did not violate his bail, that Nigerian government invaded his house, they sent soldiers to his house, and that is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu left home, because so many people were killed, including their dogs and so on and so forth. So the court Nigerian court faulted Nigerian government for invading the house of Nnamdi Kanu. But it is unfortunate that what is going on now is that they are asking Nnamdi Kanu to remain in DSS custody while they are trying him and doing all sort of things. And it's not going to work. Nnamdi Kanu is not going to accept that. And I'm so glad that he's still in high spirit and he knows what he wants. I know that freedom is not easy. Freedom is not cheap. Yes, actually, he's paying the price for freedom. Type in the comment section, what do you think that Nnamdi Kanu should do at this moment in time? What do you think that is going on? What do you think that Nnamdi Kanu should do at this point in time? Because Buhari did not obey any court order, even when the court freed Nnamdi Kanu. Court allowed him to go. The Appeal Court of Nigeria categorically stated that no court in Nigeria that will try Nnamdi Kanu, and they discharged Nnamdi Kanu acquitted. They asked him to go. The federal government refused. They went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court said this person did not jump bail. You people made mistake for kidnapping him and bringing him back from Kenya, and also you people made mistake for invading his house a day before he was about to attend a court proceeding and so on and so forth. So the federal government, they are at fault, and there is no how this trial will continue and they will find Nnamdi Kanu guilty. But the problem now is this. Will they obey any court order, even though this court case continue, and tomorrow they will free Nnamdi Kanu? Mind you, this is not the first time they are freeing Nnamdi Kanu. This is not the second time court is saying Nnamdi Kanu is free. But why is it that the federal government, they are not obeying the court orders? And that boils down to the reason why we need a good government. We need a good government in anything we are doing. We need a good government. Even though you want to leave Nigeria, you need a good government to do that. You want referendum, you need a good government to do that. Everything you want, you need a good government to do that. Now, let me remind you, during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, remember that all these agitations were still on. What Goodluck Jonathan did was to call a national conference. He called the national conference. Let people deliberate the reason why people are agitating. That was what Goodluck Jonathan did, and everybody respected what he did. I know that national conference, the result of the conference, they did not apply it up to today, but he made attempt. If Yar'Adua is the president, Yar'Adua will not hold Nnamdi Kanu like this. So Buhari and Tinubu, they have, this DNA of violating court order and playing politics with people. Just imagine, right from time we have been seeing people who are agitating, who are doing all sort of things. But why is it that this case of Nnamdi Kanu is totally different? Good morning, everyone. Please, you can ask your question. You can type your question on the comment section. Let it be an interacting session. So, why is it that the federal government is now holding Nnamdi Kanu without respecting any court order? They are violating the court orders. Appeal Court says Nnamdi Kanu is free. Then Supreme Court says that he should return back to Federal High Court to answer some cases, but he did not jump bail. In other words, the Supreme Court has freed him, that he is supposed to be in the house attending these court cases from the house, but I don't really know the kind of game they are playing. Anyway, now, Nnamdi Kanu, some time ago, said he is the reason why the federal government is trying Binta Nyako's husband and Binta Nyako's son. I mean the judge that is trying Nnamdi Kanu case. This is so serious. I know that a lot of people don't know things about it. The judge that is trying Nnamdi Kanu case, the federal government want to try her husband and her son in the same court of the woman. The same court of Binta Nyako. What do? They accuse them of money laundering, they accuse them of mismanagement of public funds, and so on and so forth. Samuel Obidigbo, good morning. Say, change the legal team. No judge will respect Ejimako. Get a sound senior advocate of Nigeria. Okay. Yeah, what you said is correct. And this Michael Ozekome, I don't really know why they change the man. Michael Ozekome, I believe he's a lawyer, a senior advocate of Nigeria that people respect so much. People respect Michael Ozekome so much. So for the reason best known to them, I don't know the reason why they change the man and employed Ejimako. Ejimako is a good lawyer, but with this nature of Nnamdi Kanu's case, I don't think Ejimako is supposed to be the one to handle this case. I didn't say he's not a good lawyer, he's a good lawyer, but I think Nnamdi Kanu needed a better lawyer. But it's not only about lawyer. You know, when Ozekome was handling this case before, they freed Nnamdi Kanu, Court of Appeal freed Nnamdi Kanu, right? But do they allow him to go? That is another question we have to answer. They did not allow him to go, and that is the reason why we need a good government. Buhari, as we know, Buhari is not a good president that obeyed the law. The same thing now is what Tinubu has inherited. Tinubu is not someone who can obey the law easily. We know these people right from time. These people don't have this character of obeying the law. So that is what I think. What do you think about it, Mr. Samuel? Because I believe that even though they changed the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu, they have changed it several times. How many times will they continue to change the legal team, change the legal team, and so on and so forth? So for me, I believe that the federal government, they are playing politics with Nnamdi Kanu, and there are so many people involved in Nnamdi Kanu's case. Freedom is not easy. Even so many Southeastern politicians wouldn't want Nnamdi Kanu to be free, because they know that if Nnamdi Kanu is free today, it's a big blow to them. Nnamdi Kanu is the fame of the East. People respect him when he talks. Politicians don't talk in the East. So these are the reasons why they don't want this man to be free. So they don't want this man to be free. They don't want people to make sure that they have free access to him. He come out, he begin to talk. People will troop around him, and he will begin to control the region again. So it's not only the federal government that are making sure Nnamdi Kanu is in hostage. So there are so many interests that are holding Nnamdi Kanu down. But you know, the most important thing in this case is that the person in question is not being intimidated. So you cannot intimidate Nnamdi Kanu. Mr. Samuel said, when Ozekume speaks, the whole world listen. Absolutely, absolutely. Michael Zekome, senior advocate of Nigeria, I think he's supposed to be the best lawyer for Nnamdi Kanu. I don't really know why they changed it though. Ejimako is a good lawyer, there is no doubt about that. But Michael Zekome is someone that people respect so much. So I believe if Michael Zekome is handling this case, it could have been a very, very, very tough battle. You know, yesterday I was seeing Nnamdi Kanu even trying to defend himself in court and so on and so forth. This is so pathetic what we are seeing in Nigeria. And that is why we need a good person to be in that presidency. We need a good person to be in that Aso Rock. Because without having a good someone who will be there, you know, no government will respect Nigerian courts. Nigerian courts have reduced themselves to the extent that when people did not respect the court order, instead of Nigerian court to go on a vacation in other countries, a judge cannot give order, government will violate it, and the judiciary will keep quiet, the judges will keep quiet, Nigeria Bar Association will keep quiet, and so on and so forth. So these are the things that they build it right from time. They build it to the extent that even election cases and so on and so forth, people don't obey the court orders again. So I am just thinking about what is going to be the next for Nnamdi Kanu, because this is not issue of tribalism, this is not issue of anything. So I believe that Nigerian court has been divided about this Nnamdi Kanu's case. Starting from Federal High Court, this same court by Benta Nyako has granted him bail before. She granted Nnamdi Kanu bail. Then Nnamdi Kanu, the federal government took him to appeal court. When they get to appeal court say, come on, this man is free. This man doesn't have any offense. What we are talking about, Radio Biafra, is not being conducted in Nigeria. So you people should go to UK and try him, of which they cannot do that. And they put terrorism case, blah, blah, blah. At the end, everything was dismissed. He went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court said, oh, this person is not that guilty as you think. This person is not guilty. He did not jump bail. You people should return to Federal High Court to treat the criminal charges you people say you leveled against him. And here we are today. The single man that has granted Nnamdi Kanu bail before is now refusing her bail after the Supreme Court have declared that Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail. So it's a big situation, and I think we should think about this, and if political solution will be a good thing, the Ohaneze Ndigbo should try once more. I know that they have been trying right from time about these things, but they should try one time again, because with these things going on in Nigeria, is sending back signals to everyone in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, how Nigeria system operates. And that is why so many investors are afraid to come to Nigeria. So many investors are afraid to come to Nigeria. Look at what they are doing to Binance people, trying to extort money from the man, demanding the bribe of $150 million US from the man, so that they can quench his case, so that everybody will forget about Binance issue in Nigeria, and so on and so forth. Nigeria is becoming a country where people from around the world is knowing that they don't obey court order. Someone on CNN, a lady said, she was, making reference about the American system. She said that, oh, we don't need Trump again, because Trump can make America to be like Venezuela, like Nigeria, countries that don't obey court order, countries. I say, come on. So this woman is just on CNN talking about Nigeria, that Nigeria is a country that don't obey court order. Everybody from around the world, they know about this. They know that Nigeria don't obey court orders. They know that Nigerian system is not good. Deception and hopelessness. So Nigerian government have been deceiving her people right from time. So it's not from today. Imagine when Tinubu assumed office, the first move Tinubu made was to go to United Arab Emirates. When he got there, they broke a news that Tinubu was able to negotiate the lifting of visa restrictions against Nigerians. That was what they said. And the United Arab Emirates denied that. They said, no, we did not enter any deal with Tinubu. No deal at all. We did not remove the visa ban on Nigerians. Why would Tinubu go there and begin to lie? So that people will say he's working? So this is so pathetic. This is the problem that we are facing. Now, not only that, Tinubu also traveled for another, business where he said that this shipping industry is coming to invest $600 million in Nigeria. The shipping company come out and say, no, we did not talk with Tinubu that we are coming to invest in Nigeria. So what kind of lies, what kind of country are we? That the government will begin to deceive the people, to lie to the people, and so on and so forth. And I believe that the federal government of Nigeria don't want peace. They don't want peace in Nigeria. They don't want this security issue in Nigeria to end. And I believe that they are benefiting from all these things. When Moyo Deshore said that that the DSS are benefiting 500 million on every day Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court, people were doubting him. Yes, Omoyonde Sowore said that DSS, they are making up to 500 million every day Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court. How would you allow such a person to leave the DSS custody? They will make sure they will not allow him to leave because they are benefiting from everything that is going on. The court process, they are benefiting, they will take him there, they will put a security vote, we need to make sure we do this, we do that, and so on and so forth. So it is so pathetic. Good morning, everyone. If you are just joining, we are talking about the political situation in Nigeria regards to Nnamdi Kanu's case, how the world are seeing the process going on in Nigeria. And I am saying that just like Buhari, that Tinubu is not going to obey any court order, even though the court freezing Nnamdi Kanu today. Tinubu is not going to obey it. So let me know what you think on the comment section. You can ask your questions because it is an interactive session. We are interacting to know what people think about what is going on with this Nnamdi Kanu's case. Remember that this same court by Bentham Nyako freed Nnamdi Kanu. So after freeing Nnamdi Kanu, the federal government, they proceeded to appeal court. When they get to appeal court said Nnamdi Kanu is not guilty. They discharge him unacquitted. They went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court said Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail. He did not do this, did not do that. But okay, for this, crime issue, a terrorism issue, people charging, go back to Federal High Court and settle it. And they return now to the Federal High Court, and you can see what is still going on. So it is so bad, it's so pathetic to see what is going on in Nigeria. And that is why so many people are not believing Nigeria again. So many people are no longer interested with the things about Nigeria. So that is it. That is what is going on. And we don't really know because as time goes on, people will continue to disbelieve Nigeria more and more. So I wish our court could grant Nnamdi Kanu bail so that they will continue the process. If they find him guilty at the end, let them pronounce anything they want to pronounce. And I believe his legal team will also go and appeal the very fact that he is not guilty according to their claim. Good morning, everyone. Please type in your questions and what you think about this current court case that is going on with Nnamdi Kanu. It is so bad, it is so pathetic that this is going on at this time in Nigeria. Okay. On 29th of May, we make it 1 year that Tinubu assumed office as the president of Nigeria. On the 29th of May, Mr. Kingsley, good morning. The federal government seems to be above the law in Nigeria. Not seems, Mr. Kingsley. Federal government is above the law. Not only federal government, Nigerian politicians self, they are above the law in Nigeria. That is what we are saying. That is what we are talking about. They are above the law. Nobody respects law in Nigeria. That is why Nigeria, the system of Nigeria is so scary. That is why we need a good government. Goodluck Jonathan will not do what Tinubu and Buhari is doing. Believe me, Goodluck Jonathan won't do that. Goodluck Jonathan will not do it. Yar'Adua will not do it. So this APC government, actually, I don't know whom they are paying allegiance to. I don't know who they are paying allegiance to. There are rumors on how this court, this Binta Nyako, was summoned to so many places where they asked him to jail Nnamdi Kanu, that he wants to divide Nigeria. He's so powerful. And they were telling Binta Nyako that even Nnamdi Kanu people, they are aware of what is going on. They are in support of us that used to jail Nnamdi Kanu. But this woman is telling them, I have not seen what this man, did wrong according to the law. So he's so pathetic, and it's unfortunate that this thing is happening, 2024, where every country is progressing, Nigeria is retrogressing. It's so unfortunate because the way people see the rule of law in Nigeria, it matters a lot. Look at what the Binance executive, the Binance company are saying, that Nigeria is a country that violates human rights and so on and so forth. I say these people don't even know the country they are talking about. Yes, that is Nigeria. We are talking about Nigeria. Nigeria don't obey court orders. Nigeria don't do anything. When it comes to the rule of law, 0 over 100. 0 over 100. Before our very own eyes, we saw what happened during the 2023 presidential election and how the court continue to violate the law. They continue to violate the law. Everything that the law provided that's supposed to cancel the election, that's supposed to do this, the court will turn it upside down. As far as it will benefit the powers that be, they don't care. Yeah, as far as it will benefit the powers that be, they don't care about anything. They don't care what goes up, or they don't care about what goes down. So that is the situation we are seeing in Nigeria. And I believe at this very moment, I don't think Nigerian court itself will even free Nnamdi Kanu. So the people from the southeast, the Ohanese Ndigbo, the southeastern politicians, for people who cares, because I know that most of them are accomplices to the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is not being released. But for people that care, I think what they are supposed to be doing now is to be making move for political, solution to this current Nnamdi Kanu case. But because believe me or not, holding Nnamdi Kanu is not any solution at all. Holding Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with what is going on. It will only worsen things. Maybe sit at home will not stop. People will be committing crime in his name. People will be committing crime in the name of IPOB. Look at what happened the other day. People are saying it is IPOB that do the. It's not IPOB. You understand? So they have been using the name of IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu to commit crimes, and you cannot just justify why they are doing that, because the person in question, Nnamdi Kanu, is not free. That is why they are able to be doing all these things. So I believe that if this court could or if federal government could opt out for political solution, or the Southeast politician or Ohanese Ndigbo, whoever it may concern, if they could go for political solution to release this man, at least he has been going through a lot. And the most important thing, and why I understand that this man can never be broken, is because he's still in high spirit. He understands and he knows what he's looking for. So, and the problem, I know that one of the issues again, why Nnamdi Kanu has not been released, because he has not shown that when you release him, he will just fold his hand and stop, all this agitation. Nnamdi Kanu is letting them know that it is Biafra or nothing. It is Biafra or dead. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is telling them. And that is the reason why it seems that these people, they are not ready to release him, because they are saying if we release him now, so he will start from where he stopped. How do we control him? If we release him and he will be doing all this campaign for self-determination and it's not against the law, we can't hold him responsible. So how do we hold Nnamdi Kanu now? How do we stop him? It's part of the reason why they are holding him hostage, because they want to keep this Nigeria warm. Those people from the north benefiting oil block from the south, they want to keep us warm. Those people from the southeast who don't want to lose the power, they want to use the insecurity that is going on to make money and so on and so forth, they are holding him hostage. Everything happening in Nigeria is just all about political interest. It's all about interest of people. People just want to do what is in their interest, not in the interest of the country, not in the interest of their nations or for the betterment of the society. It is individuals' interest. Greedy people. So Buhari and Tinubu, they are serial, court order violators. They disobey court order. That is what they do for living. So even though the court today now will say, Nnamdi Kanu, you are free, you can go home, do you think the SS will release him? They would still go and do an appeal. So this is what have been going on. And I don't know what Rebado is doing, the National Security Advisor to Tinubu, because all these things that are going on, well, I don't really know where it is going to lead to. But what I know is that what the federal government are doing right now, this case they inherited from Buhari, Tinubu is carrying it on his head. I don't think it is going to go well for them, because even they themselves don't mean well for Nigerians. So what is different between Nnamdi Kanu now and Nigerian politicians when it comes to this, law that they are charging him for? Nigerian politicians don't still believe in Nigeria. Back then in 1999, Tinubu said he doesn't believe in Nigeria, that he don't believe in one Nigeria, he don't believe Nigeria should be one. So what is different between Tinubu and Nnamdi Kanu when it comes to this contest? When it comes to the contest of separation, when it comes to the contest of people who don't believe in Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu is not different from Nigerian politicians. He is even better, based on he wanted his people to have their own country. But the Nigerian politicians, you know what they do? They don't believe in Nigeria at all, and they don't want to do anything good for Nigeria. You heard me talking about how can a minister of education don't agree for his or her children to go to Nigerian schools. There has not been minister of education in Nigeria who allow their children to go to federal universities. And you are a minister. You are overseeing this portfolio. So how do you want Nigeria to be better? Because you know that those schools are not good. You don't allow your children to go to that schools. You know that those schools are very bad. You know that the system is bad. You won't allow your children to go to that school. And you are a minister. I still talk about the Minister of Health. The Minister of Health won't allow his children to go to Nigerian hospital. A Minister of Health. So what do you think that is going on in Nigeria? These people don't believe in Nigeria. It's not only Nnamdi Kanu that did not believe in Nigeria. These people, they don't believe in Nigeria. If a Minister of Health don't allow his children to go to public health care institutions in Nigeria, what do you think that is going on? And they are talking about people like Nnamdi Kanu who don't believe in Nigeria. No, these are the people who don't believe in Nigeria. These are the federal government who don't believe in Nigeria. Tinubu will be sick, we fly to France, we fly to America, a president of Nigeria, and you said he believes in Nigeria. He don't believe in Nigeria healthcare system because they know that healthcare system is very bad. Nigerian schools, Nigerian hospitals are being built for the poor. They are being built for the poor. They erected all these systems for the poor. It is just for the poor, nothing more else. The poor people suffer for everything. The poor people go to the school. The poor people go to the healthcare, and they don't care because their children are not going there. If a minister of health see money now, maybe a budget that's supposed to give or renovate the whole hospital in Nigeria, they can embezzle the money. And the reason why they're embezzling the money is because they are not going there. Their children are not going there. The Minister of Education can embezzle the whole money meant for school because his children are not going there. His people are not going there. How much is minimum wage? They are not ready to increase the minimum wage because their people are not getting money from all those salaries. They know how they get their money, give contracts to their people, and so on and so forth. So it is just rascality going on in Nigeria. Nothing absolutely is working. So it is the federal government, the state government, and every government at all levels. They are the ones that don't believe in Nigeria. Not Sunday Igboho, not Nnamdi Kanu. These people are the honest people about the reality and the state of Nigeria. These people are the people who believed in Nigeria. When it comes to people who want to secede out of Nigeria, Nigerian politicians, they have already seceded. You can't tell me you are a Nigerian politician, your investment is not in Nigeria, you trade with dollar, you work with dollar, you are converting naira to dollar, everything you are doing, you do with foreign people. You want to buy car foreign, you want to go hospital foreign, your children will go to school foreign. You just keep Nigeria. And you tell me that Nigeria will become a better place. Nigeria can't become a better place with all these things that are going on. So we must know where we are as a nation. And all these things also boils down to the reason why we need a good government. You know, I miss Yaradua, honestly. I miss Yaradua and Jonathan because the way they wanted to handle everything, you know, Jonathan called a conference. So, no, come, let's talk. Let's talk together. If we want to be one Nigeria again, let's have a national conference. Let everybody come and talk their mind. If we want to be one, the reason why the agitation, these are what government is supposed to do. Not just to be betraying everyone and violating court orders and trying to hold people in ransom and so on and so forth. It doesn't go well with that. That is not the case. So I believe that there will be a better option because Nigeria as it is now, you know, the system is so scary. It's so scary to the essence that it's scaring foreigners away not to invest in Nigeria. People who are supposed to come to invest in Nigeria, they are afraid to come. Because you can't wake up one day and the Nigerian court will tell you that you have to forfeit everything you have. Nigerian court can tell you that you can't do anything. You go to the same court, you know, people will still come and bribe the court to make sure that their oppression will come to pass. They will justify the oppression. They are using the judiciary to justify the oppression, using the judiciary to justify their rascality, using judiciary to make sure they oppress the poor, using judiciary to assume political office and so on and so forth. And judiciary will allow themselves to be used by, you know, all these things, all these government officials that don't mean well for the people. So it's so pathetic. Good morning, everyone. Please ask your questions about the political situation in Nigeria, regards to Nigerian government officials not believing in Nigeria, by skipping everything about Nigeria and also about this Nnamdi Kanu's trial. What do you think that is going on? What do you think that we should do? Please just ask your question, drop your question on the comment section. What do you think that we should do about it? What do you think that Nnamdi Kanu should do? And what do you think that the federal government should do regarding all these things? This is so bad. May 29th will be 1 year that Tinubu assumed office as the president of Nigeria. There is nothing, one good thing that Tinubu has done. Yesterday, during my live broadcast, I was asking question. I said, anyone should name one thing that Tinubu has done good. Just one thing. Name one thing that Tinubu has done good. If you can name one thing Tinubu has done good, I will give you money. And up till now, there is no one that have named just one thing that Tinubu has done good. It's so bad anyway. And before you know now, 4 years will just be over. 4 years will be over. Nothing will just be continued. Buhari have wasted 8 years, complete 8 years doing nothing. And this is another year, another 4 years that we know that this 4 years is already over. This 4 years is already over because there is nothing Tinubu is going to do. every first year of every administration is a year they're supposed to put in their best. So Nigeria should know that Tinubu has put in his best now. So this first year will be better than other years, because that is how it is. When a government assumes, office, the first thing they do is to bring a good policy, put in their best to convince the people that he is going to do well. And that is what Tinubu has done. And as you can see, he's not going to do better than this, because he don't have anything to do again. Look at the inflation, the dollar rate, and so on and so forth. It's so pathetic anyway. Thank you so much for having time to stay with me in this live broadcast. So I think it's going to end here. I think we should end it here. But before that, if you have any question to ask, we can call it a day. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow night at midnight. I'm going to start tomorrow live broadcast at midnight. Please join me as we discuss the deceptions in Nigeria tomorrow. We are going to discuss and expose the deceptions in Nigeria tomorrow. So kindly join me tomorrow live broadcast. God bless you.